My name is Maurizio Trevisan, and I'm the Dean of the College of Health Sciences here at VinUni. It's a great honor for me to serve as the lead of this founding college and medical school, the nursing school. I'm a physician by training, and my research and my interest is in public health and prevention. I truly believe that in order to make the world better, we need to start working by the way we train people. And so one of the reasons that I'm attracted to this administrative work is because it allows me to work with young minds and kind of help shape their future. So at VinUni, we have the College of Health Sciences. The College of Health Sciences has basically three programs. The undergraduate medical doctorate degree, the MD, the undergraduate nursing program, and the three graduate program are called the residency program in internal medicine, pediatric, and general surgery. We will focus now on both the MD and the nursing degree. The MD degree is a 6-year program from high school, and at the end of the 6th year, you will be able to sit for the license of practice medicine. The nursing instead is a bachelor degree, a 4-year bachelor degree. The structure of the program has been used following the international standards, and in both cases, the curriculum has been developed in collaboration with the University of Pennsylvania Medical School in the United States, who is one of the top medical schools in the country. So our curriculum for both the nursing and the MD focus on experiential learning and learning the skills that are needed in order to become a good healthcare practitioner. So in both the medical school curriculum and the nursing school curriculum, the curriculum is fixed. The students who come through the program will be working as a cohort. It's different from other bachelor degree programs where the student has the ability to select number of credits, number of courses. The majority of the courses are required, and they are required to pass them in order to move to the following year. There will be opportunities throughout the years to take some elective courses, but those elective courses are small in comparison to the bulk of the course that is mandatory. And of course, in the College of Health Sciences, students can take electives in other colleges of VinUni, either in the College of Business or Engineering, and they can even take electives abroad in other institutions, either in Vietnam or abroad. They can go, for instance, we have already some exchange programs with Cornell. We are in the process of finalizing the exchange program with the University of Pennsylvania. We have an exchange program with UTS in Sydney, and we are in the process of finalizing other exchange program for both faculty and students with universities in Canada and in the United States and Korea. First of all, the programs are in the process of being developed, and they will be the details of the program will depend on the nature of the relationship that we have with each institution. But in general, for the elective in particularly, the students may go to the University of Pennsylvania, for instance, and spend a summer there or take an elective there, especially in the latest part of the curriculum. In the first part of the curriculum is going to be very difficult because of the timing. But in the second part of the curriculum during the clinical years, there will be time for students to take elective or even rotation, some clinical rotations outside of VinUni. We know for sure that people can go to the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine and its hospitals. We are finalizing the ability of our students to go to Weill Cornell medical schools in New York. And we are in the process of discussing the same kind of arrangement with universities in Canada. I cannot mention the name until we finalize the agreement, but there are universities in Canada, universities in other universities in the United States, and university in Korea. The career is of course different if you graduate from the MD degree or for the nursing degree. Once you graduate for the MD degree, you will be able, and you get your license, you will be able to practice anywhere in Vietnam, like any other medical school in Vietnam. We will, as part of the medical school curriculum, we will have the student take some of the board exam in the United States, the USMLE Step 1, that should prepare the students if he or she wants to be able to sit for the other boards and do, for instance, residency program in the United States. Once you finish, in addition to the medical program, as I said, we are just starting this year, launching the graduate medical education program, the residency program. So our students will have the opportunity to enter into this residency program in pediatric. For now, we have pediatric, surgery and medicine, but we hope to open others. This will be done mostly at VMEC, but will include other. At the moment, we have already collaboration with Military 108 and with the National Children's Hospital in Hanoi, and we are in the process of establishing new opportunities. These opportunities are open both for the medical students during their clinical rotations and for the residents during their training. The standards of education is basically the US and international standards. Our goal is to have our residency program accredited by the ACGME International, who is the accrediting body for residency program in the United States. And for the medical doctor's degree, we will seek accreditation from the World Federation of Medical Education, WFME. That research is an integral part of education, both for the MD and for the nurses. So it is integrated into the curriculum. The opportunity for the students to do research. They can do research with the faculty member at VinUni, with people at VMEC, and they can participate in the research project. We have work-study study program where the students can actually receive financial support for working with faculty in the research project. The university at the moment this year will spend $1.5 million US in supporting research activities within VinUni. And so there will be plenty of opportunities for students to do research in basic science, clinical research, population sciences, and we will stimulate the participation of all you students into research from the beginning of the curriculum. The scholarship, in order to maintain the scholarship, you students will have to really basically pass the exam. There is no special board, no special exams, or no special grades. You need to just be a student in good standing. You pass all the exams that you are supposed to take. So there is no extra burden on the students to maintain the scholarship. And the scholarship is guaranteed until the end of the degree program. This is a very interesting question. When I went to medical school many years ago, and until very recently, the mode of teaching was for people to go to class in a big classroom. The professor comes and speaks for an hour or two, and students take notes, and then they go home, and by looking at the notes and looking at the book, they're trying to memorize everything. Now, medicine changes very rapidly. The medicine I studied when I went to medical school is not the same as the medicine that is practiced today. So what we want to do, instead of forcing you to memorize everything, is to train the students and all of you to become lifelong learners. So the ability that you have to continue to learn as you practice medicine or as you practice in the nursing profession throughout your life, you will not have to remember everything, because now with the technology, the knowledge is in your phone, in your tablet, everywhere. So the most important thing for you is to know how to retrieve and to evaluate the information. So within this respect, there are this new technology in teaching that includes basically avoid or minimize the number of opportunities where you are in a big class listening to someone for an hour and a half, or 2 hours, but the students will interact. You will interact with the teacher, whether or not it's in a big class or in a small group. So team-based learning is basically an opportunity for the student to sit in a group, 6 to 8, and you learn together by yourself. And there is a facilitator, a faculty facilitator in the room with you, and he will try to help the groups to learn, but you will be learning together, not just by regurgitating the information provided by the faculty, but by you finding the sources of information that is needed in order to that topic. And experiential learning is basically on the similar concept. Instead of learning everything theoretically, you learn everything theoretically, and then at the end of your degree, you go and start practicing, and you try to put all your theory in practice. You will start practicing right away while you learn, so that you will be, and this is true in medicine and in nursing, it has always been done, but in many other disciplines, this was not the case. Let me give you an example. In the old-fashioned way of teaching nursing and medicine, the first few years of the curriculum were purely theoretical. You learn biology, biochemistry, physiology by just reading the book. Now we have what we call an organ-based system. So when you study physiology of the heart, you not only memorize the physiology of the heart, but you have what we call clinical correlates. So already at the time you learn physiology, there will be somebody in the room with you that will say, okay, let's study the circulation, the circulatory system, or the heart pump. And they will actually you will not only learn that, but you will have opportunity to understand when the heart pump fails, what happened to a person. And so that will kind of make the information, the knowledge gathering much more realistic than just memorizing facts on a book. In many universities, many public universities, not only in Vietnam, but even in other parts of the world, there is a large number of students. So the students are somewhat part of a large group, and therefore they lose somewhat their identity. They're not individual, but they are part of the group. Our student body is very small. For instance, for MD students, we probably will have 50 to 55 students. So each student will be an individual who will be cared for individually, and therefore there are opportunities for them to meet individually with faculty, to meet with counselors, to have advice not only professionally for their career choice, but even if they have concerns about life, if they are going through a period of life that is challenging for them, if they have questions regarding life choices, there will be always someone here who will be able that they will rely on. And this is something that we are very proud of. I've been doing this job for a long time. So based on my experience, the most important thing is not to fall behind. During the academic year, in many situations in undergraduate education, students tend to get engaged in the life. party at night, and then they try to do what we call an overnight, crash. They try to study for 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, 3 nights in a row before the test. This doesn't work. This does not work for 2 reasons. Because by doing that, you only memorize things and they'll go away a few days later. And second, you are not learning theoretical stuff. You are learning things that will deal with the life of people. So you need to take responsibility that as a professional, you need to have the necessary knowledge, because you may find yourself in situations of life and death while you practice medicine or nursing in the future. And you need to make sure that you have the knowledge. And so for me, that's the most important thing, to be constant and it's not true that in order to study, you need to, you either have to have fun or you have to study. You can do both. And so that's, to me, it's the most, and take good care of yourself. Don't, be nice to yourself, take care, make good choices in life, eat well, sleep well, play well, so that you don't strain your body. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of other people. So we hope that throughout your life here at VinUni, you will learn how to take care of yourself. We have a lot of activities here, not just for the College of Health Sciences students, but for all the VinUni students. Because we believe that the time to be at the university is not just to learn skills, but to learn how to live. So we hope that by the time you finish here, you will not only be an outstanding student, graduate, but you will be a good citizen of the world. And by good, I mean not only following the rules and be nice, but good means contribute to the world. And in order to contribute to the world, you need to take care of yourself first. So that's, to me, it's the most important.